Hola a todos amigos de Match FM, ¿cómo están? Yo estoy muy emocionado de estar aquí con ustedes el día de hoy. Ya saben que cuando yo me aparezco frente a cámara es para traerles invitados de lujo. El día de hoy estoy nada más y nada menos que con Laurie y con Empu de The Rasmus. Hi guys, how are you doing?
Hola, hola.
Welcome to Match FM, first of all.
Thank you.
Congratulations for your new album. How do you feel with that?
Feels great. You know, it's an 11th album.
Oh my gosh.
It's crazy, but still it feels like the first time.
Yeah.
Gotta say, we're always working really hard to put it together. It takes us like 2 or 3 years to write the songs and then, come up with the concept and think about like everything, of course, the music, but also the artwork, the visuals, everything. We like to be involved with all the stages, even when it comes to designing, merchandise, t-shirts, hats, whatever.
A magazine.
A magazine.
Amazing. And it's always a bit like we get nervous. It's exciting and it's so fun to release an album, but also there's like this little nervousness.
Is it your second album with the band?
Kind
Right.
of second, but
One and a half.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like this is actually the first one because this is the first album that I got to be part of from the very beginning. Because last album was almost like done when I joined the band. I got to be part of some songs, but not every song. And I'm really excited about this Weirdo album because we got to make it together, like actually the four of us.
Right, and you sing on a couple of songs and like
Yeah, I sing.
some new
Oh
things.
my
Yeah.
gosh, how do you feel with that?
Well, excited and nervous as well, because people have used to only hearing Lauri's voice, so
Yeah.
it's a bit different. Like, for example, the new single "Love Is a Bitch," I sing in it, but the feedback has been great.
What can you tell us about that song? Because I heard about it, that the song that is like an extra of the album because it doesn't include it
Right,
originally.
we were almost like leaving it out of the album because it's like maybe sounds a bit different. Like the album is slightly heavier and like harder, and that song is more like a pop song. But we started to play it live at the studio, and then we came up with the idea of Empu singing the answers in the chorus, and it just got better, and we felt like, oh, this is gonna be a good live song at least, and now we totally like the song a lot.
The album, until this time, sounds so good. So what kind of surprises we can find on it?
We just played the album yesterday to some people, and they were saying like, oh, it's so nice to hear that there's so many different like types of songs and the variety is big. Some of the first singles we've released have been kind of hard and more like a rock and almost metal kind of sounding, but there are also like that kind of more like a or this gentle, softer side of the Rasmus. Like there's a ballad song called "Coming for You," which is very emotional. A song that I wrote for my son. I have a 17-year-old son in Finland, and it's about being a parent and maybe not the best one,
Yeah.
but not the perfect parent, and like very kind of deep thoughts. And that song came out to be really nice.
Oh my gosh. And talking about your son and your family, for example, how was your work with Desmond Child? He's the grandfather from your child or something like that,
Yeah,
right?
he's also a grandfather from my kid. Desmond Child is a legend. He's wrote songs like, "Living on a Prayer" for Bon Jovi and Alice Cooper's "Poison" or Kisses, like songs like "I Was Made for Loving You" and great songs. And I grew up with his music when I was a kid. When I was 10 years old, and then later on in life I got to meet him and work with him and. He's more than just a writer, musician, producer, body to me. He's more like a mentor or some kind of like a...
Like a kind of a guru or something like that?
Kind of like a guru for
Yeah.
me. So I'm very happy to have him in my life. He has a lot of wisdom.
And when we made the album, we were recording in Nashville, and we stayed at Desmond's place in a guest house, and we got to spend all the time together. All of us like eating dinner after recording and eating breakfast before, and it was special.
Yeah, it's nice when you make albums, like you have this like a camp feeling, like you're not going home and doing something else in between, like with the same group all the time, and that's when the good ideas come, outside the studio, really, like where you go out for drinks and you might, oh, that song, let's try that tomorrow morning. And, like, it's like a process that goes on all the time.
Like a kind of ritual, no? Right? Making an album.
Almost like you are, taking yourself and isolating from the rest of the world, and it's very powerful.
And how does it feel? Are you happy with the final results of the album, or you're like, okay, I used to do this, and then now I did this? No, right?
I don't think for now there's nothing I would change.
Exactly.
And we worked so hard, and we twist and turn around things like a million times, and then it's finally ready. And then we put it out, and I'm already thinking of the future.
Oh my gosh, of the next album?
Yeah, I don't want to hear too much about how people like it or not. It's better just like to have my mind already writing the new songs and like kind of planning the future, because like every album is a part of the diary of our lives, and maybe this one that now comes out is the last 2-3 years of our lives, and that's that.
Yeah, and last spring we were touring in US and Canada, and Lauri was writing new stuff all the time, like before the shows and after the shows and mornings and evenings and all the time. So we're looking forward to the future already.
Oh my gosh. On your phone, or you had a kind of book?
I had a little guitar, actually. I got it from my daughter. I have a 3-year-old daughter, so she got it as a gift. So I was like, can Daddy borrow your guitar? I'm going on a tour for 2 months. Bye.
Oh my gosh.
And then I had that small guitar. It's good. And then I'm writing on my laptop and like that. But it's just more like getting inspired, being on the tour, meeting the fans, and like playing the shows and traveling and all that. It's very full of inspiration. So it's good.
We're so excited about your show in Mexico City. What represents for you as a band through all these years having a big fan base like you had in Mexico City?
It's so important. Mexico is super important area for our band, and the fan base here is amazing. The audience is so loud and so like full of energy, and it's so nice to get on stage in front of a Mexican audience. It's magical, special.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited about the whole concept of being an outcast. I don't know how to name it, but I thought that the album turns around this concept. What can you tell us about this main idea of the album?
Yeah, the concept and the name of the album is Weirdo, which we consider to be a very positive word.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
It's we are happy to be a little weird. And,
yeah, me too.
And we always feel like we've always been that way. From when we were kids, going to school, like. Back in the day, I was always kind of the freaky guy, and I was enjoying that, being a little special and stirring up the people's, feelings a little bit. And the teachers were like, "Oh, what's that?" Like, kind of being a little anarchist. And it's kind of more like a fun thing to do. Like for me, it's like showing that I don't take myself too seriously,
And it's so relatable. Like when we first told our fans that the album is going to be called Weirdo, we got so many messages like, oh my God, I've always felt like a weirdo. I want to be a weirdo. Like people really relate to that, because many of our fans have been somehow different or not fitting in the group or whatever, and finding their own path, and it's nice, it's beautiful.
It's a question of identity. I think so, because a lot of people, a lot of your fans, we think or we feel that we're not fit in a lot of social groups, a lot of kind of music taste from the masses and all this stuff, and having a place to be like your songs, like your work, it's amazing, guys. So
Yeah.
happy. I'm so happy. I'm so happy for that. I'm so happy for that album. And I'm so excited for the response of the people here in Mexico in general. So
We too.
congratulations for your new album and hope to see you in December. December, right? In
Yeah,
Mexico
December.
City. Oh my gosh. So, chicos, porfa, vayan al show de Rasmus, escuchen el nuevo álbum que está próximo a estrenarse. De verdad es una oda, es una invitación a atreverse a ser felices con ser diferentes, con ser raros. Gracias, chicos. Thank you so much.
Gracias.
Have a good time, Mexico City.
Thank you.
Soy Miguel Miranda y esto es Match FM. Hasta la próxima.